Right guys, I thought I'd quickly show a toolbox tour. I haven't actually cleaned this box out in a while, but I thought it'd be quite interesting to show what I carry. This is my sort of main install bag for doing, you can pretty much do everything with it, like boilers, radiators, you know, you can pretty much do a whole central heating or a bathroom install with it, what's in here. I've got another bag for like boiler repairs and servicing and stuff, but this is my main go-to grab bag. I probably overfilled it a little bit with the stuff because you know how it gets a little bit messy. I'll try and point some bits out that I bought when I first started, so if anybody's looking at getting into the trade or you know got an apprenticeship, I'll try and point some bits out that you can sort of buy to start your tool set. So in this side, this is sort of my main install side. So 2215 spanner. I think Silverline actually make one that's half the price. That's a Monument one. I think it's like the 2096R. I've had that one a while. You can see how much JetBlue and everything's been covered on it. I think the Silverline one's a £5, so they're really good. They fit 15 and 22 mil lots. So I've got my main Nipex grips, pretty standard. I used to have like the Rothenberger ones, but the Nipex ones are far superior. So I carry both them. Another 2215 spanner because I thought I lost that one, but found it again. Baco spanner for, you know, if you don't want to scratch stuff with grips. So yeah, one of them, adjustable spanner, always handy for plumbers. And then I've got my bigger grips. I've got another set of grips in the van that go bigger. They're Rothenberger, but in my opinion the Nipex ones are better. And then that's another one that fits 22 and 15. That one can come in handy occasionally if you're really struggling to get in somewhere. I think they're only a couple of quid, but I know it's a cheap tool, but it just gets you out of the mess sometimes. Loctite 55, pretty standard. In here, I think that one fits for taking pump heads off. I think Grundfos might have gave me that, I don't know. Gained it from somewhere. JetBlue Plus, suitable for gas, water, RAS approved central heating, so you can use that on pretty much everything. So there's a few different ones. That's just the Regan or Regan one that I use. And what else we got? We've got speed fit cutters, cut and overflow speed fit pipe. They're just the Rothenberger ones, the mini ones. They do a larger ratchet set which will do a waste pipe as well, which you'll probably need to invest in. But I always use a hacksaw. What else we got in here? 28mm compression fitting spanner, pretty handy. Again, you don't use it all the time, but it just saves a little bit struggling. So that one fits 28mm nuts. I think that's a Monument one as well. Not too expensive, but really handy. Olive cutters, I've only got the 15mm ones in here because generally if you're doing radiator valves and stuff like that, I've had them years. I think they're the Monument ones as well. Really good, to be honest with you. When I was an apprentice, I did a lot of radiator valves. When my mate was doing the boiler, he'd go around and put all TREs on, so good for getting olives off. File for boiler flues, etc. You know, chamfer edges. And I've just got my pipe slices chucked down there, 1522. The 28mm on the other side. I generally use the Milwaukee ratchet mechanical cutter for anything bigger than sort of 50, anything bigger than 22. And then a couple more Baco spanners. Got a slightly smaller one. That was the one I actually started off with, and then I bought this set. We had them on the counter at Merchants. I think they were like 21 quid for 3 spanners. So I bought them a while ago. A little igniter thing in case the gas lamp don't work. If you get it wet or anything, it just, not that one. If you get it wet, if you get your gas lamp wet, sometimes they don't light, so just a lighter. We have just a cheap radiator spanner. That's for obviously putting your 3/4 radiator valves in. I do have a ratchet one somewhere. I think it might be in the other side, but to start off with, that's probably a go-to. You can actually do them. If you didn't know, you can actually make them fit on a box spanner as well. So if you've ever lost your spanner and you're trying to get one of them 3/4 ratchet ones in, you can use a box spanner. Carry all my box spanners in here for kitchen taps, monoblocks, you name it, and these do all join together as well. So if you're ever struggling, you can join them together to help you get in a little bit better. Little dumpy screwdriver, and then here, these are my little screwdrivers for electrical work. Couple of different sizes, and then I've obviously got like little posses, Phillips, another little one. It's all the little ones that seem to sort of you wear out the quickest, I find, and then just flatheads and stuff like that. In here I've just got Allen keys, so these fit pumps, pretty much anything Allen key really. I do have another full set in the van, but these T-bar ones are only cheap and they've lasted me a while. I think they're just the Silverline ones. I think it was like 10 quid for the set, but they do me anyway, just for knocking about. Obviously sometimes you need the ordinary ones as well. I've got a full set of them in the van, so I'll spin the box around and show you what's on the other side. So I've got flux on the top, hammer, you know, standard claw hammer, tub of glue, the Nerad, what do they call these? You can mould them, etc. Catching leaks. I can't remember the name of it, but like the Nerad funnel in it. One of them in there, just rolled up in the box. A couple more files, my long screwdrivers, because sometimes you need a long posi. And then in here I've got another file, my chisel, cutters, I've got some Stanley knives, cleaning strip, got my bigger box spanners on the lid, chisel, mini crowbar, which comes in handy just getting floorboards up. I've got a big one in the van as well. Solder, again, I use that. Junior hacksaw, again, pretty standard stuff. Obviously you're pretty much going to need a hacksaw when you first start. Got my Nipex, smooth jaws. Don't use them too often. It's obviously if you're just not scratching the chrome, they come in handy. I've got some long reach pliers just for pulling clips out of boilers and stuff like that. They shouldn't really be in there, to be fair. And I've got mini Baco in here as well, if I can get it out. I don't really use the mini one too often. I can't get it out. But yeah, there's a mini Baco spanner in there. My bending guides or formers. I bought that one because it fits 35mm copper. It's just a Baco. Don't use it very often. It's just occasionally you've got some 35mm pipe to cut. So that just lives in there. That can go back in a minute. Oh, this is my ratchet one. It's just the Rothenberger one. I've had that one quite a few years. So obviously probably gone a bit rusty actually. Don't do 3/4 valves very often. Probably need to clean off that. There's some WD on it. But yeah, that fits that way. Obviously tighten it up and then you can put it in the other way and loosen your valves off. Another random spanner for some reason in there. I think I actually got that one first. It's actually not a bad spanner. A little bit cheaper than the Baco. I'd still recommend the Baco over that. But not too bad. That's just a faithful one. Got a boat level. What else we got in there? Mini cutter, 10mm. Stanley Scraper. Yeah, I think every plumber's got one of them, a whacking screwdriver. Years ago it used to be for taking the centres out of pumps, but generally a lot of them haven't got the screws in anymore. So a lot of LDF randomly chucked in there. Mini wire brush thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. Some more screwdrivers, again I probably don't use too often. So yeah, that's just my install bag. Generally I find if I'm doing even like a little plumbing job, I've got everything in here that I need. So if I'm just going to change a ball valve, what I'll do is I'll chuck my stuff in a plumb bucket, you know, a couple of my grips on the other side, a couple of pair of grips, your jet blue, stuff like that, and generally you're good. You don't have to take the full box in every time. And I do have another one of these with all my servicing tools in for oil boilers and gas boilers and stuff like that. So I've got a mini socket set in there and stuff like that. But generally this will do most jobs, I find. I've never really not been able to do my job because I haven't got the right tool. I know my tools probably aren't the best, but they do me, which is the main thing. Obviously everybody likes different stuff. People like the wearer stuff, which is understandable because it is good. This zip's broken on it actually a little bit. I bet I can't do it back up. I normally don't take the side all the way down on it because that zip gets stuck. So yeah, probably the toolbox itself is just the Stanley Fatmax one. It's not brilliant. It's not terrible either. It's sort of in the middle. I think it was. Yeah, if I'm honest, I probably wouldn't recommend it just because the zip gets stuck. But that might just be my one. So yeah, they're my tools. So that's what I've had. A lot of the stuff I've had for years. So like my hammer and that, got that when I first started. It's looking a little bit worn, but if you buy quality tools, you generally only have to buy them once if you don't lose them. So that Baco spanner, I've had that quite a few years as well. So yeah, that's my toolbox.